Who's Max?
Max Verstappen. It's Max Verstappen. It's a Max Verstappen reference. Welcome, drifters and drafters. Is that good? That was good. We're so thrilled to have you with us in our journey through the world of Magic the Gathering. You're watching or listening to the Cozy Magic Podcast, the coziest Magic podcast around, but not really for this one episode because we're Aetherdrifting.
We're speedy.
This is the speedy episode talking about Magic's newest set, Aetherdrift,
if you're Australian.
So I've always pronounced like that A-E-T.
Yeah, like Aether.
Aether, but apparently it's Ether. I don't know. You tell us in the comments what it is, but we're going to be talking about today. I'm one of your hosts and starting my engines, Nigel.
And I'm one of your hosts and activating the exhaust cast, Ruby.
Ruby, did you, when we played, did you have exhaust abilities that you activated?
I did. I barely used it though. I used the max speed the most.
Yeah, which was one of the new, the two of the new mechanics that we'll be talking about for this set. So let's just jump straight into it. Hopefully you've, by this point, got hands on a couple cards, played in some pre-release events, and we'll actually talk a little bit first about what Aetherdrift's about, the story and the lore, and maybe there's a couple of new products as well, a couple of new frames as well. And then we'll talk a little bit about Aetherdrift, what we did. Because we did a couple things, didn't we?
We did a lot, yeah.
And then we'll be doing some more in the future as well that will probably may or may not be out by the time you hear this. So lots of we're drifting around.
We're drifting around for sure.
Yeah. And also we'll talk a little bit about the cards themselves from the format. So let's just jump straight into it. What is Aetherdrift? Tell me a little bit about what you understand. Yeah. And then we'll sort of, I'll say it too.
It's a death race to win the Aether Spark.
Yep.
So the ability to be a planeswalker.
Correct.
And go ping, ping, ping all throughout the planes.
Exactly.
At will. Yeah,
because like a bunch of planeswalkers were desparked after the March of the Machine. One of the inventors that has disappeared for some reason created an artificial planeswalker spark.
Do we know who?
There's a name, but I didn't write it down.
Someone created it.
Exactly. All right, so like a very, very quick, it'll be less than a minute, very quick, short story about what happens in Aetherdrift. Let's speed through it. The Girapu Grand Prix is back for its second edition. Racing in Avishka, formerly Kaladesh, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Amonkhet and Muruganda, the first time we'll be heading to Muruganda properly. For the grand prize of the Aether Spark. 10 teams compete in a death race, and it turns out that Loot, the key to everything, the furry little thing, is able to sense where omen paths will open. And Winter from Duskmourn has captured Loot and is using him to stay ahead of the pack. Loot eventually gets rescued by Chandra and friends, and he helps them get back to Avishka, where the finish line is. Meanwhile, in Avishka, Jace and Vraska convince Moha Varma, a former consul of the Kaladesh of old, to start a counter-revolution. In the end, a dragon appears, Elspeth shows up randomly, saves the day. Loot is taken once more again by Jace and Vraska, and Team Amonkhet win the Girapu Grand Prix.
Ooh.
Yeah, the end for now. Continue in the next set. We did speak a little bit about it in our 2025 episode as well, but Kaladesh is now Avishka. As a bit of trivia, the original name of Kaladesh came from the Sanskrit, which is a language they use in South Asia, from the words Kala, meaning tomorrow or art, and Desh, meaning country or home, which translated the country of tomorrow. But Kala can be translated to back, and is usually used with racist and colorist connotations, so not great. But the new name Avishkar comes from the Sanskrit word Avishkar. Probably pronounced it wrong. Please don't come after me, but it translates to invention, which really fits that plane, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Can you tell me about the main people of the teams as well?
So okay, here we go. Right, well, you set me up. Blue and black is Winter's team, so they're all the Speed Demon.
Yep.
So he's racing because I think Valgovov said, if you win, I'll free you. Because I think Valgovov wants to planeswalk, and that's not good.
Ooh.
And then, what colors am I? You put me on the spot here. White and red is the team from, I can't remember what it's called. I think Kylum. And Chandra's racing for that team, which is weird because she's from Avishka.
Yep.
but the reason she's doing it is because they want more chances to get the Aether spot for this set. And then the team from Avishka is Green Blue, Simic.
Yep.
And it's raced by actually the consul's daughter, but she's the mask racer. So
Cool.
no one knows, but everyone knows.
Cool.
It's like it's a secret that And then who else is racing? There's a bunch of other people racing, but the Reddy's racing. The goblins are
Goblin.
racing. The red green one. There's also white black. So Team Amonkhet's white black.
Yep.
What other color pairs am I missing? Red blue is it? Who's racing for red blue?
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, the pirates! The shark pirates! They're racing for that. White and green is the mountain vehicles team, and they're I don't know, they're from somewhere.
Yes.
There's a lot of them, but
we know they're mountain vehicles.
But there's
I've played
like
that.
the main races like Chandra, Winter is like one of the antagonists, and Jason Vraska show up. They're not racing. They show up and cause chaos, and then they disappear with loot once again.
Oh.
Yeah.
With their child.
I know, but it's kind of like he's escaping from them because they got him and then he lost him.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, but that's all for the lore of the magic lore is getting like it's getting a lot, which is interesting because there's only 3 magic sets this year, so I feel like they're trying to cram everything into the story.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it'll be spread further.
Maybe
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's also a bit of new product. So do you want to talk a little bit about the different sort of stuff that we have?
Yeah, so there's a new product, as you mentioned earlier, the Finish Line Bundle.
Hey.
Now, I only saw one of our friends open one of these. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more than your regular bundle.
Because a regular bundle's like you get like 9 play boosters, you get like a promo card, you get the lands and the dice or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one has 6 play boosters,
Oh, less?
2 collector boosters, though.
Oh, okay, that's better.
So it makes it up.
Yeah.
20 basic lands, so less on the lands too. But then 15 traditional foil basic lands, 5 first place foil basic lands.
So they're all foil, so it's like better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, are the foil first place ones are the gold ones?
Yeah, the
Right.
gold frame
We'll
ones,
talk about
yeah.
that in a little
we
bit.
really will.
And there's 3 Finish Line bundle promo cards as well.
So all the raceways, I think it's like the
Yeah.
common one, the uncommon one, and the rare one.
So Avishka, Monket, Muruganda as well.
That's why they're racing.
Yeah, exactly. A first place box topper pack as well. 5 stickers. That one comes
Oh,
with.
I kind of want stickers actually.
Yeah, I love stickers. I always turn them into magnets so that you can keep them like forever.
You turn them into magnets.
Yeah,
How-
you reuse them. You put them on a piece of magnet paper, cut them
That's
out
so smart.
forever. You know, I have commitment issues. Anyway, 1 oversized spin down, like usual, and 1 Aetherdrift card storage box.
Which is pretty
Just like
standard, yeah.
one
One
of
of
these.
those ones,
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I guess you get less. It's like 8 boosters versus 9 boosters, but you get collector boosters.
6. Oh yeah, 8.
Eight,
But
yeah,
they're
in
collected.
in total. But I think the price is quite different as well because we didn't know, and I think Ruby was like, Nigel, how much do they cost? And I'm like, I have no idea. Let me look it up. So normal bundles are around 80 Australian dollars, and the Finish Line ones are about 130. So a full $50 more. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
That's
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not necessarily as interchangeable as you might think.
Well, if you think about it, right, you get a collector booster if you're lucky for about $35. So I get, you know what?
Oh, actually, no, yeah, okay, all right.
And you're like,
I'll pay that.
You kind of want to,
Literally.
you kind of want to crack like more rares and stuff like that. And also collector boosters where you can get the serialized Aether Spark. What's it called again? We talked about it.
Serialized Aether Spark.
It's like 1 in each set. There's like the thing. I know people are yelling me in the comments now. It's the headliner card.
Headliner. Right.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to think of a specific card. I'm like, don't you just said it.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Aether
But
Spark. No,
the headliner
the
card
term
for
it.
this set is the Aether Spark. You can only get them in collector boosters. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are also, you mentioned this recently, the yellow frame. They call them first place foils. Sure. All right.
Like gold, like it's like the gold cup for winning, or the gold medal, even though you don't win a gold cup
so
or
that's
medal.
why they call it that. Hopefully you might have seen some in person because it's kind of hard to tell because like we've seen photos and videos of them when they were like first spoiled and stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't really sort of tell, but after After looking them up, our friends at Casual Compliance, shout out to Grams and Chili, call them piss frame cards.
Yeah.
They look like pee.
Well, he said P frame at
P-frame.
first, at pre-release. And I thought it stood for something like P. You know, like P is like promo. Like,
like
the
one
promo
P,
frame.
like...
I don't know. My brain just went to wholesome before it went to
No,
him calling it a
It
piss
just looks
frame.
like pee. Just looks like pee. If you want one, you can get
Anyway.
them with Play Booster Box, Collector Booster Box, and there's also one in the Finish Line bundle. You get one basic land and then one rare or mythic rare in the set, but in P.
But in
P. So let me know in the comments if you like the P
You
frame.
like the P frames?
I'm personally, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan myself. And they're really pringly.
Oh,
Have you
dear.
seen the?
No.
They're
not textured or anything, are they?
no.
I don't like how much they look like Pokemon cards. And I love Pokemon cards,
okay.
but I collect them separately.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like the gold frame, that's a Pokemon thing. The gold cards
Yeah,
are a
like
Pokemon
the like
thing.
that yellow, right?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking, like the old school Pokemon.
Yeah, and
cards.
I'm not. They look fake. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's a big call, but it just does. It looks like something someone's made.
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's fake, let us know in the comments. I think a lot of people around the internet are sort of divided about that.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be pretty divisive for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we also alluded to this a little bit earlier, but we did a couple things. So we were part of the early access streamer event. So thank you so much to Wizards for having us both on.
Thank you.
That was actually a lot of fun.
It was great.
Yeah, because you started streaming before you started at an earlier time. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you get up to?
So I did a sealed event.
Yeah.
Did I do 2 sealed events. But the first one that I did, what did I build? I think it was blue, black, white.
Oh, 3
yeah,
colors.
I splashed a little, and I
Darn.
don't think, or maybe it was blue, green, white. I think it was blue, green, white.
You played 3 colors.
Yeah,
Wow.
it didn't pay off. Not really. No, I think I won 1 game out of all of them, and I versed 2 pros as well. So there were pros in this event this time, which is super cool. And I learned a little bit by watching and losing, like horribly. I got absolutely crushed into the ground.
Because like a bunch of us are trying to be like, hey, let's try some new cards.
Yeah.
And these PT grinders are like, I'm practicing to win like prizes and money and cash. So like, fair to them. Yeah.
I
learned a lot,
distinctly remember, like, I don't know, when you're playing a regular game, you kind of like can let people get away with a few things. But because they're pro players, it was like they didn't give me an inch. They didn't give me anything.
Not a single
I
quarter.
remember there was a card where if it died, if it was destroyed, it would create a 1/1 Thopter
or something,
and they were already beating me into the ground, and they just didn't let me have it. They exiled it on top of them. Or I'm like, okay, well, this game is over. And on top of that, they also were just like, you get nothing out of this.
This was in sealed.
This was in sealed.
Oh wow! Because like I would assume that they were really competitive in draft, because that's a competitive format too. But it's sealed as well. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
No breathing room. What did you do in the event? I know we played 1 game.
Yeah,
Or
we played 1
games.
series.
Best
We
of
played
3.
best of 3. Spoilers, I won, but it wasn't very convincing because the game that Ruby won, I had no chance.
Oh, the one that I won? It was just goblins.
It was just
I forced goblins.
Surprise.
It was great.
Surprise. I played like a blue-white artifact deck. Yeah. That was really good. I did some drafts as well. And then I played with Attack on Cardboard as well. He had some very, good brews from like creators who are like deep into standard. And I built some janky blue-white artifact that I got my butt handed to me a couple times. But it's always fun to play with Attack on Cardboard.
Yeah, it's always fun to play with friends.
Yep. We also got invited to a pre-release event, and it took place actually at our local LGS, Plenty of Games.
Yeah.
And that was really good. We got to play with new cards. It's always nice to play with them digitally, but when you get to like sit across like your friends and like open up packs and build them.
Yep, I loved your short that you made as well. The TikTok.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
So chat. I pulled. So when if you've never gone to pre-release before, you should. They're really fun. You get 6 play boosters now. You get 1 promo, rare or mythic. And so normally you get about 7 rares, right? I got 11 rares / mythic rares in total. It was nuts.
It was insane. And I tell you what, sitting across from someone who has pulled that many rares and mythics and looking at your own cards is like devastating.
Do you know what the best part is? Ruby won. Like, we played and Ruby destroyed me 2-0. So rares don't mean shit.
but they're yours to take home.
That's true.
You know, your whole pool doesn't go into your whole deck.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I got an Aether Spark.
I did win. Yeah, that was... I destroyed the Aether Spark.
And you exiled my Hazoret, which is indestructible. I cannot believe that.
Exiled the indestructible and destroyed the Aether Spark.
That was so much fun. That was so much.
Race over. Nothing to win. Nothing to see here.
And we tracked our
speed. Our max speed with Hot Wheels.
Ruby brought Hot Wheels.
I've actually in my bag. Oh wait, I have one right here.
Wait, you have one that's sealed?
I have one that's sealed.
That's crazy.
This one's for the episode. This one's for the Commander show. It's a toilet, by the way.
What?
And it's called Gotta Go.
It's a toilet? Oh, no.
The skibbity toilet.
If you can see... Oh, dear. Did you buy this?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What do you mean, did I buy this?
I don't know. You just had it since you were a child. And like, I'm going to keep this toilet truck in with the box forever.
This is my vintage toilet truck.
Special memories, I'm sure.
Anyway, yeah, we used Hot Wheels and little dice on top of it to do the max speed, and every time...
That was really good.
Every time we put the speed up, we went... Vroom.
You got to put that TikTok out.
I know, I've got to properly edit it, though. I tried to edit it. Anyway, well, we'll get back to that. You'll see it.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Head to the Cozy Magic Club TikTok.
We're on TikTok. And
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, everything. Ruby still got a preview card.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. They gave me a cat this time.
Finally, right? Finally. It's a black cat, but still, finally.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's a mummy as well. So the preview card was Risen Necro Regent, and I did pull it at pre-release as well.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
Unfortunately, I couldn't build around it. That was a bit sad. But it's a 4 and 1 black cost zombie cat knight, a 5/4 with start your engines. So it had the new speed mechanic, max speed. And then if you had max speed at the beginning of your end step, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That would be incredible. Like end step, every turn.
Every turn.
You create
every turn during your turn. So I think I told you, but I did a draft, and as I was like drafting, I'm like, okay, I'm playing black white. That's great. And then when this got passed to me, and I said, I've got max speed. I've got a lot of zombies.
Yep.
It's gonna make me zombie every turn. It's a zombie itself. Great, and it overperforms for me.
Yep. Now,
it was so good.
For anyone who's unclear as well, the max speed, the start your engines mechanic goes along with that. So it's basically start your engines is if you have no speed, so speed they're like a new kind of counter deal. It starts at 1.
Yep.
It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life.
Yep.
So max speed is 4. So,
so when you play a card with start your engines, boop, you got 1.
And that's any damage. It doesn't have to be combat damage
as
well. So the card that I was using with my goblins, the one that does 1 damage every time a creature enters.
Tremors.
Impact Tremors. No. Incredible. Play a creature on your turn every turn, and your speed goes up.
When I saw her play that goblin, which was turn 1, had start your engines, I'm like, oh no. And she played Impact Tremors. I'm like, I'm gone. it's done. I'm dead. And I died. But really, really fun mechanic, I thought. And it sort of like helped to encourage to just keep going.
Yeah. We can talk a bit like that about the mechanic and how it kind of changes the way you play.
I think so,
in a bit too.
It's a good limited format. We also got some stuff from Wizards. So again, we love Wizards. Keep sending us stuff.
Thank you, Wizards.
Thanks. Oh, there you go.
We'll open one at the end of this episode.
Well, I was going to say, Ruby's going to crack a pack this episode, which is very exciting. Got a little bundle over here.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to save that and play Seal, because I decided that's my thing now. I'm just going to play Seal, just like the little TikTok.
I love that.
Yeah, I love Seal. It's good fun.
I love Seal. Seal's great.
And also, I was actually, quick aside, I was at a wedding this past week. And
oh, yeah, I saw.
It was a pre-release. It was pre-release weekend, Aetherdrift. And those friends who got married, they actually played Magic as well. And they obviously couldn't go to the pre-release weekend. So I'm like, Wizards gave me something. I want to pay it forward. So I gave them a booster. The TikTok will be out. So look at that. I was like,
so cute.
Yeah. And he was just like, he was frothing.
Congrats on your wedding, and also happy Aetherdrift pre-release weekend.
No, he was like, and he like opened it. He's like, I was like, call your friends to play Magic, and he like gathered them all up. So that was really sweet. Maybe we'll put it up. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we did a lot of Aetherdrifty stuff.
We did. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. And then there's still the Commander episode as well to come out with.
Ooh, yeah.
The precons and alternate commanders in the precons. You should check that out.
Alrighty. Now let's talk a little bit about Aetherdrift Limited, because we play a little bit limited. Standard, because it's like you played a standard red goblin deck, and there's a couple goblins.
Yes.
Couple of high impact goblins.
Couple of great goblins in that one.
And also some cards in Commander, because like we all play Commander.
I mean, of course.
I play Commander. You can play Commander. Casa plays Commander.
we all play Commander.
We all play
Everybody
Commander. Yeah, everybody play Commander.
We talked about start your engines already.
Yep.
And like the max speed mechanic.
Yep.
What we haven't talked about is exhaust.
Exhaust, because you mentioned that at the start of the episode.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit of what that does?
So exhaust is like, it's an activated ability with a cost.
Yep.
And there might be one or even a couple of abilities under that, and you can only choose each of them once.
Yep.
So once it's exhausted, that's it. Yeah.
Apparently they were like, this, we actually designed this and it was so good that we actually want to give it like a general name so that we can use it in the future. So it's not like
the general
nitrous or anything, you know. It's like exhaust, because like you can be exhausted as a creature or something.
Yeah.
So I was like,
it reminds me of
exert
a little bit.
Yeah. It's like a Pokemon reference. One's like Gigantamax, like you do that once per.
Yeah.
But I mean, like honestly, it's quite smart. So a lot of the exhaust abilities that I saw in like common and uncommon, they were like put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gets double strike for the turn. They'll put a +1/+1 counter on it. Something cool happens.
Yeah.
And like that way, it's easy to track like whether you've exhausted or not. And then you've obviously got cards like Loot, who has like 3 different exhaust abilities. Insane. He must be exhausted from all the Omen puffs he's jumping through. But I didn't really play that many exhaust abilities. I did a lot of max speed. Yeah.
No, I tried to build exhaust in Simic in the early access.
Yeah, because that's a very exhaust heavy color.
Yes,
And red and green as well.
But it just didn't quite pop. I don't think. And that's not to say that the exhaust ability doesn't pop. It's just what I had just wasn't quite it.
Yeah.
So I didn't have heaps of experience with exhaust. When we did our pre-release, I had one card that had the exhaust ability on the field.
Which one was it?
I can't. It might have been the mouse. Did the mouse have the exhaust ability? I can't remember. But something not super.
It was like crazy.
No. But because the main part of my deck was mounts and vehicles. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was still reeling over that. I thought that it was, again, I think it's a really well designed mechanic. I'm sure we'll see it in the future. So let us know if you played in the pre-release, whether you engage in any exhaustive abilities.
Yeah.
See how you went.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a
already. Yeah. Also, obviously it's a racing set, so we saw the return of vehicles, which funnily enough made its debut in Kaladesh.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah, that's where it started from. And also mounts, which we all know come from Atlas of Thunder Junction.
Yeah, I had to learn how they all work.
So they're getting into the kind mount on the mount.
Yeah. And you
can tap them even though they're Stumbling Sickness, because it's that ability.
And that vehicles you can crew at instant speed, but you mount at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
Had to learn that.
Yeah, because most of the amount, like if this creature is saddled, it normally happens when it attacks. So even if if it's like my turn and like I could somehow flash crew my own creature, it'd be like, sweet, now what?
Yeah.
I'm on a horse, cool.
Yeah. Look at me.
It does the same thing.
now back to me. I'm on a horse. And then there was cycling as well, which we've seen before.
But it's funny because it's a cycling set. Akira slide.
I didn't get that.
No, are you serious?
Whole time.
Really?
Oh my god. I wonder why everyone was talking about it so significantly. I'm like, what do you mean? We've seen cycling before.
Motorcycles.
Motorcycling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, amazing.
But I love whenever cycling is in, because then you get to play like higher cost cards. Like I'll play a 7 cost card, but if it cycles for 2 mana, I'm like, sweet, I don't need to know. put it in the bin, reanimate it later, or not even need it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I've done a lot of cycling. Either kind.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
No, we don't need to talk about it.
You don't talk about it.
Okay, I'm just going to, one tiny tangent, I'm going to just quickly, I rode a bike when I went to MagicCon Amsterdam, and it was a nightmare, and I never want to speak of it again. And anyone who knows about it has sworn to secrecy. Let's move on.
If you have a clip, DM me. Yeah, so I found, that's why when you told me that you were playing a 3-mana deck, I was actually really, really surprised because there isn't a lot of mana fixing in this set, because normally like Outlaws of Thunder Junction, there's like treasures up the wazoo.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like dual lands, and this set has dual lands as well, but like I found it really hard to splash another color, so I was like, maybe I don't want to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it did seem very 2-color heavy, for sure.
It did, yeah, especially because they had the racing teams.
Because they have the teams,
so
yeah.
A bit of knowledge for you when you're drafting on Arena, folks, or at Friday Night Magic. And max speed, like the games that we both played together at the pre-release, it was like so important.
Yes.
Max speed.
Well, I really loved the way, as a mono red player, the way that it speeds up the game. It encourages you to attack. Yeah. It really wants you to attack. You know what I love doing as a mono red player?
You love attacking.
I love swinging. Haste, I'm there.
It's there.
Little 1-cost hasty boy.
Oh dear.
Immediate start your engines 1 speed. I'm onto it.
And any game
or
sort
two.
of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you turn it. Theoretically,
if they have start their engines, you get 1 automatically. If you attack and hit, then you get a second 1.
Yeah, you could do that
you
early as turn 1.
2 speed.
Because you could do ginger root, which is the haste food thing, and then you play the colorless land that's like start your engines. You can do that turn 1. Turn 1 2 speed. It's not bad.
That's nuts.
That's a bit of standard brewing for you folks out there. Yeah, I think for I'm not really a standard player. I think you play more standard than me, actually. So I don't engage with that too much.
I play a little bit. It's mainly Casa who loves to play standard.
Yeah.
And Kira.
Should have quizzed Casa for all the thoughts. Yeah.
And Kira.
Oh,
Raise
yes.
the Standard.
Yeah.
Make sure you check them a follow. New podcast about standard.
Do you listen to the one
format.
today?
I did listen to the one today. Yeah, it's my treat. It's my treat for
Is it a treat for the day?
Yeah, when I'm done.
You're a treat, Kira.
You're a treat.
Yeah.
Standard treat. And no, so I don't know too much.
Yeah. Because I listened to the episode last Friday because they had one like these are our top 5 picks for Aetherdrift for standard, and that's like sick. That's actually kind of cool.
Any of the cards that you saw?
Yeah, so there's this blue. So this is my favorite card from the set, probably. It's like a blue white. I think we'll talk about. Yeah, I talk about it in the commander cards down there. But Affinity is back in standard, which is insane. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Affinity for artifacts.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Affinity.
What's next?
Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit. We'll talk about a limited a little bit. We've talked about standard very briefly, but again, we're going to talk about commander. We love commander.
Of course we're going to talk
so
about
I've compiled a list of just 5 cards.
You're gonna make me put pictures down,
No,
Nigel?
you don't. They're literally there. You can copy. You can copy paste them. But I just want to talk about a couple of cards that I thought would be interesting that you can consider for some of your decks. I'm not gonna say like put the zombie card in your zombie deck. Like everyone knows to do that. But there's a couple ones here that I think they're pretty good. The Verge land cycle is now complete. So we had 5 Verge lands that debuted in Duskmourn. They'll always have like add something else if you control the other color. So if it's black and green, like Waste Wood, I can say this 3 times fast. Waste Wood Verge, it taps for black. No, sorry, it taps for green, but it taps for black if you control a swamp or a forest. So there's, I know I'm cheating when I say 1 card, but it's 5 cards.
Okay.
But good for commander players because then, if you're playing like a red and white deck, it's just easier to tap for your colors now.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. We've also got a River Churn Monument. Now this is it's a giant frog, and we all know who the frog is.
No.
I don't want to talk about too much about the frog, but it's
Anyway, moving on.
It's 1 in the blue for an artifact that says 1 tap any number of target players, each mill 2 cards. But it has an exhaust ability, which is actually crazy. Exhaust 2 blue and tap the artifact. Any number of target players, each mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. So if you're one of those dirty blue mill players, this is a finisher for you.
And it's literally a water mill in the picture. It's like a water wheel.
I'm still on this. It's Frog Mill. There's also another blue card. So a lot of treats for the blue players today. It's called Unstoppable Plan. This is an enchantment that costs 2 in the blue that says, at the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. So untap all your arcane signets and your soul rings.
Yes.
Untap all your...
so future ban.
No. Tom, no, don't listen to this. I don't think it's too strong. I think it's strong in like specific decks. It's not like an auto include, but that's very exciting. I already have a deck in mind to put this in. Like if you put this in a vehicle deck, because like you tap to crew your vehicles attack, you tap them all after that. So fun times. Now this is probably my favorite card from the set. It's called Voyage Home. Voyage Home? How do you
Voyage Home,
Is it Voyage Home? Yeah. Why don't you read this one out?
Oh, so it's a sorcery. It's a 7, cost 5 and 1 white and 1 blue.
It's a lot.
Affinity for artifacts. So it does cost 1 less for each artifact you control. There's that affinity. And you draw 3 cards and gain 3 life. So if you have a bunch of artifacts on the board, this could cost you 1 white and 1 blue.
That's it. Yep.
Drawing 3 cards, gaining 3 life.
It's not nothing.
That's pretty good.
For 2 mana?
For 2 mana.
For 2 mana. So I always put like draw cards up against divination. Divination is 2 in the blue, sorcery, draw 2 cards. That's like a very normal, like, it's not strong, it's not good enough to play in Commander. But this 2 mana, draw 3 cards, gain 3 life. I'm so excited.
That's wild.
I'm so excited for it. We've also got, lastly, March of the World Ooze. This is the 3 green, and a green. So 6 mana in total for an enchantment that says, creatures you control have base power and toughness 6/6 and are oozes in addition to their other types. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it's not their turn, you create a 3/3 green elephant creature token.
Ugh.
That's very good.
So instance main.
If they're like trying to counter your spell, like, sweet, give me an elephant.
Yeah.
You know, that's
then
fine.
I get a 3/3 elephant.
But which is a 6/6.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's someone in our Discord, I can't remember who you are, but they said this would be great in a Hydra deck. Guess who's got a Hydra deck?
Oh no.
So all your 0/0 Hydras that have +1/+1 counters on them, the 6/6 is not Ruby.
Great.
The 6/6 is
I'm not going to play against that deck.
I didn't even think about that, so thank you so much. Now, there's a very, very powerful card that was spoiled. And when it was spoiled, everyone was talking about it. Why don't you read this one out, Ruby?
This one is Radiant Lotus. It's a 6-cost colorless artifact with, you can tap it to sacrifice 1 or more artifacts.
Yep.
Then you choose a color. Target player adds 3 mana of the chosen color for each artifact sacrificed this way.
So it has similar effects to Black Lotus. So Black Lotus is 0 mana artifact, tap, sacrifice 3 mana of any color.
Yep.
But this one costs 6 mana, which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But it says tap, sacrifice 1 or more. So if
it could be a lot.
If you had 5 treasures on the board, they don't tap for 5, they tap for 15 now. It is a once a rotation effect because it has tap sacrifice. Yep. But if you had Unstoppable Plan, it would untap on
Oh dear. Yeah. But so, you would still need the artifacts to sacrifice.
Correct. You would. So it's not. I don't think like a lot of people say it's broken, it's crazy.
No, because you need the resource. You need
also,
the resource.
6 mana.
Yeah.
6 mana. Things need to do a lot in Commander.
I mean, like, it's nice for sure. It's great, so. But yeah, I don't think it's game breaking.
No. If you had Gramps' favorite card, Paradox Engine, though,
don't, please.
This would be too much. I think this would be way too much. And that's all we have for Aetherdrift today. We covered quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. I think this was a kind
of race to the finish line.
Not very speedy episode.
There was a lot. For a death race, it's not, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
I was just about to say that.
Man, we're corny.
So what's new with you?
Outside of Magic?
I've
been doing so much Magic this past week, though. But speaking of Magic, we spoke about in our 2025 Future Look episode about the unannounced universes beyond.
Yes.
And we said, we think it's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I think a lot of people think it's Avatar.
I think a lot of people think that as well. And so I was just like, you know what? And you said that you do an annual rewatch.
Yes.
So I started my annual rewatch.
Ah!
I am now at the episode where they've just season 1.
Yep.
And they've just reached the
spoilers.
I mean, it's like how old is it?
Oh gosh, I don't want to feel old.
If you haven't watched it before, spoiler warning, but go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, go watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, do it.
They've just reached the North Pole?
Yeah.
The Northern Water Tribe.
The other pole, yeah.
The Northern Water Tribe, and they're like, Master Paku, I'm gonna train.
And
you're
they're like,
girl.
you're a woman.
Yeah, no woman. And then she's like, what? I'm good though. So it's that part now.
Yeah. That's a great little arc as well.
Those 3 episodes, the penultimate 3 episodes.
With my girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. The amount of times that I quote, that's rough, buddy.
If they don't put that in the card, I'll be so sad.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it'll be a counter spell.
Stop.
It'll be a counter spell, right?
That's rough, buddy.
Counter target spell.
No. Imprisoned on the moon.
That's what I'm saying. So they would obviously reprint Imprisoned on the Moon, but I feel like that's rough, buddy would be a counter target spell, and then like turn something into the moon as well. But what about you? I've been doing Avatar stuff. What about you? What's been going on with you?
I've been out and about, actually. Okay. So I'm very EP because we did a lot of magic. And I went to the I think it's KaigaCon.
I think it's called KaigaCon. Yeah, I saw videos.
Yeah, I went
saw
to
pictures.
the anime pop-up market.
Yeah.
And it
was
the artist market. It was at MSEC, so at the convention center.
Also, was big then.
Yeah, it was pretty big. It was pretty much that whole area that they closed off the packs for the entire tabletop area. Maybe even a little bit more.
It
was huge. It was very overwhelming.
Is this the first time it's been a thing, or it's been around for a while?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think they have run other events in the past.
Gotcha.
But I bought this. So it's actually for fan cards for like your K-pop
fans and like
but it's Miffy the rabbit, and so I put Miss Bumbleflower.
That's actually perfect for a.
Well, perfect. You can't read the card, but it's cute.
Oh, it hides like the casting cost and everything.
Yeah, it hides the cost.
It is Miss Bumbleflower in a Bumbleflower. That's cute.
It's really cute. I did buy another one as well, and I'm not sure what to put in it, but it says Simp on it. It's acrylic, and it says Simp. I'm thinking like
probably like a mommy card.
Okay.
Or something. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Any of the hot girlies for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's interchangeable. Like, am
Daddy
I the simp
Markov.
or are they the simp? Who knows? I could use it either way.
Oh. Who's a simpy magic character?
Who's the simpiest magic character?
Please let us know. And like,
I need to know what to put in this
holder.
One
of my friends asked me the other day, like, who's the can't say the word, but who's like the wimpiest magic character? Because he wants to build a deck around it. I think you know who I'm talking about. And I'm like, I don't know. Is it Loot? Like,
no, but I would eat Loot.
Yeah.
I would fry him up.
I would not be like sad about it.
No, wait, I'd toast him like a marshmallow and eat him.
Like a kebab, maybe?
Like a kebab, pie, like a Loot kebab.
Yeah. We like Loot a lot. Why don't you open a pack, Ruby?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got some packs here from Wizards of the Coast. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Wizards.
What do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
First place.
First place?
First place, for sure. Number 1.
Number 1. Let's go, team. Cracking the pack to end the race.
Yeah, we're approaching the finish line. We've got the pack wide open right here. We didn't talk about the Nyum.
Oh, no, I think we did. We made Nyum sound effects. So yeah, you got to watch the TikTok.
Oh, true. Yeah, watch the TikTok. Yeah. But on Arena, they have a very nice sound for when you gain speed.
When you gain speed, it's super satisfying.
It's really satisfying.
All right, we have a vehicle. We're starting from the top?
I think so.
We're doing it anyway. We got a vehicle.
Okay, no, the red's going to be right there. So, yeah.
The red's going to be right red. Let's do it this way then. Brightfield Glider.
It's a white card.
It's so cute.
It's a squirrel. It's a possum. It's a possum? It's the mount. It's the 1 mana mount.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nice.
This can go in my Australia deck, except my Australia decks are wrong colors. It's Golgari.
Black, yeah.
Midnight Mangler. I love this one, actually.
Oh, it's the vehicle that comes. It's a 3/3 and on other people's turns.
Yes.
The vehicle. That's a good one.
Yeah. We've got Gilded Goda.
I don't know.
It's a horse mount, a red horse mount. We've got Hazard of the Dunes.
It's like a green big worm.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got Engine Rat.
I was gonna say black.
Yeah.
It's a death touch. It's a death touch rat.
The death touch rat. Lotus Guard Disciple. It's a bird cleric, white. Okay. We've got Wreck Remover. Colorless artifact creature.
Okay. Oh, is that one of the exile stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. Rise from the Wreck.
It's like a black card.
It's a green sorcery.
Oh.
We've got Momentum Breaker. This one's cool. It's a black enchantment. We've got Marshall's Path Cruiser.
It's a vehicle of some sort, I'm guessing.
It's a colorless vehicle. We have got, uncommon, Haunted Hellride. This card is so pretty.
Black and a red? No.
It's a black and a blue. And
it's the
pink art. I really like this one.
There's like a couple of different like art treatments in this set as well, and the special guests are all secret lairs.
All right, so we've got 2 cards and then the land.
Yep. So that one of this shouldn't be a rare.
This is rare. This is the rare. We got the host, Vin Wixit.
You got to draw doubles cards, and that's the cool art for it too.
Start your engines. And then we've got Clamorous Ironclad and Our Forest
Shiny
as
one.
well.
Hey,
not
bad.
Not a bad
you got like a decent like art style pack. Yeah,
that was beautiful. The Haunted Hellride, the purple and the pink. I love it.
And then you get the I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah.
Someone tell me how to pronounce that name.
I'm pretty sure it's Vin Wixit.
If you say so, you can talk to the homunculus because you're one of them yourself. Or...
Oh, wow!
And with that, thank you so much for listening / watching to the Aetherdrift special today. Thank you so much to Rex Studios for having us back in Casa. He's back. Casa's back. You'll see. He's not dead. We've reanimated him from the grave. Yeah. But let us know if you enjoyed Aetherdrift. If you're looking forward to pulling the product, maybe you'll get what's the name of that wagon? That one. And we'll catch you later. But before we go, please follow Ruby before she speeds away on everything.
And please follow Nigel on everything.
Cozy Magic Club on everything, and we'll catch you later. Wait, no.
Max B. Who's Max?
Max Verstappen. It's Max Verstappen. It's a Max Verstappen reference. Yes.